So the main features here will be that it's actually all in one, that you don't need to do a system design on your side. Because of course they have many features like we discussed, interfaces, etc. But the main feature of this is like you can build the heart of a device on the display and it's done already.
Hi, Kamil.
Hi, Wojtek.
So what are the advantages here concerning time to market, I guess?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the time to make the display running is zero because you buy a display that is already running and it's like pre-programmed with the demo and it's in the TouchGFX. So you just click the display and you start to work on your application and you click run on the target, it will be sent to the display and it will show your demo.
Sure. And then
So
you have predefined libraries, so precious time of your engineers is also reduced in terms of designing.
Yes, so you reduce the time of design to just focusing on the application.
Tell me please, what are the most common applications?
So there are like plenty of use cases right now that the customers are building the system either in mass production already or like some more early stages. We receive a lot of let's say good words from the customers that finally they have a sophisticated display with a system on it and they can focus on their part. They can, let's say, go to the larger size, high resolution because they couldn't do it before. Is to build a system like that, you need very experienced engineers and you need a lot of time. So to debugging, etc. This is like a multi-layer PCB, fast signals, white bus for memory, etc. LVDS signals, all of that you need to connect. And then not only on the hardware part you need to be perfect, but you need to be also perfect on the low-level software part to make it run. Basically, we have done that for many different models, and it's on the market. The display, so they are proved that they are good. We also did like pre-certification of our displays. So we check the emission into the electromagnetic chamber and make the design to be low emission. Mm-hmm. So you are very safe. So first of all, you buy a display that is ready. Second, that is well built and proven already on the market. And the display that you will be able to pass the certification later. So you have a lot of cost gone already and the development time, and you can focus simply on your application.
And what industries and use cases are using the STM32?
So actually what we see from the customers, they are all industries. So we have medical devices, but we have EV chargers as well. We have parcel terminals, we have smart homes. So really universal. What is worth to mention maybe that the STM32 is a perfect for start as a display, and later if you will go into the quantities, the large mass production, let's say at least hundreds of pieces or thousands possibly, then it will be good to contact us, reach us out, and to remove some components from the board, because most of the applications they use only part of the board. So of course the processor, the memory, the display need to be there, but for example you don't need a CAN interface because you need Modbus, so we can remove CAN components, or you don't need Ethernet, we can remove that. Anything that you don't need, we change the memory size maybe to add memory, or like make the memory smaller. Memory is quite expensive. More like tailor the display for you and the cost down. Go to the riverdi.com website, fill out the contact form, and then for sure we'll be able to discuss what do you need. Also, if you need like some change on the board, we can do it as well. We have like automotive customers, for example, that use these screens, and they needed like different connectors. We use standard Molex connectors that are popular industrial, but we're not, let's say, good enough for automotive. So for automotive, we change the connectors, yes, for the customers.
Are there any challenges or limitations in this series?
If we know the system, then there is no limitation because we made it very open. So actually, you have access to the board. There are smart displays on the market, but typically they have a closed architecture. So you cannot run your own program, or you can run it in a very limited manner. And in our case, in our approach, we are trying to be as open as possible. So we deliver the perfect hardware running with the software that you can run, but actually you have access to everything. If you are, let's say, more advanced engineer, you can play with the CubeMX, which is a configurator of the system, and build the program. So build the graphic part into TouchGFX and then go into CubeMX and Cube IDE from ST, and you can play with the processor like on your own board. So at the end of the day, you are owning the design. So it's like a limitless for you.
Could you please summarize, because this is I guess a flagship in Riverdi offer. What are the main features or the most important ones that a customer should consider?
So the main features here will be that it's actually all in one, that you don't need to do a system design on your side. because of course they have many features like we discussed, interfaces, etc. But the main feature of this is like you can build the heart of a device on the display, and it's done already.
If I decide to invest in this series, STM32, what should I do?
Please go to the Riverdi.com website, select the right display for you, size of course, and like mounting, because there are different options, or the touchscreen, or maybe you don't need the touchscreen, there are versions like that as well. And you can buy and play immediately. There is plenty of documentation, plenty of know-how, getting started, and other things that we like take from the customers as questions, and we put on the website the answers, so you should be able to play it immediately out of the box. Even if you are not an engineer, you can buy this, connect to TouchGFX, make your application, click run on the target, and it should work. One maybe important thing, and the question that we often see from the customers is, do you provide a schematic? We do not provide a full schematic answering this. You may ask, Kamil, you just said you are super open on the hardware and you do not provide the schematic that is needed to work fully on the system. We do not provide the schematic, but actually we provide the block diagram that is on the know-how section or support section on our website, connected with STM32, and you can find there all the connections on the board. So you will see the processor and all the port numbers connected to different interfaces, pins, etc. Well described there. Actually, it's in the Cube MX as well, so you can see the connections there. But you have this like simplified schematic, let's say, that it's good enough to develop your own application. So that's why we keep it open.
And let's imagine I'm not sure if I need all the features, and I'm wondering if it is for me. What should I do?
If you're not sure of something, that like always, please contact us. So we are open company. We work daily with the customers. So just go to riverdi.com website and fill out the contact form and reach us out. We'll be happy to assist you.
That sounds great.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.